Back here at the Utica studio. Euro Spaceman box. We're going to sort out, take a look at the Britons when I get back from the store a little bit later. But I pulled some pieces off my ogle wall at the Syracuse facility on my way out of town for the purpose of opening something. And I need to need to discipline myself to why I obtained these things, which was to use them as forms in my space art. And keeping them sealed up, that's good planning for the future. But it defeats the purpose of having them, and it's not like a Hot Wheels car where you can easily find another one to keep sealed, so you got one to open. This is a different territory. These things are running $25 each, pretty much, with postage, and it's an investment on form that I need to make good of. So I looked through them, the ones that were on the wall, and picked out pieces that I don't already have one open of, except for this thing here at the end, the Interplanetary Patrol. What do they call this one? Space Command Ship, I think it's called. As usual, I don't have my glasses on. Oh, there it is. Nope. Pre-rolling fires missiles. Space Command Ship with its missile sprue, and the reason to think about opening it is that it has its golden astronaut there based on an NPC guy. But the card's in very good shape. I already have a missile command ship loose, and not only is the card in decent shape, but it's one of these with the frame around the edges. And they stopped doing them at some point. The Nova Rocket here, this does not have the cardboard frame around the edges, so I think we're inclined to keep this one sealed for now. At least I'd love to have the Spaceman. I'll have to compare it against the loose golden NPCs that I've got to see if he's. Or I've already got. I think I do have a loose example of him. Figure it out on my own. So the Nova Rocket is, even though it's got an LP pose Spaceman there with it, it's something that I've seen it around again in this form, sealed up. It didn't set me back that much, but again, the card is almost in impeccable shape. The only thing that might sully it as a collectible is that the astronaut has slipped out of its spot. The tape that held it in place just deteriorated over the years. So that's a maybe. Although, I'm not even that really drawn to the rocket, which, I'm sorry, it sort of looks like an adult novelty. So that here's one of these cake decoration sets that has 3 Marx style Swoppet spacemen with their pod feet. I think it even has the notches in the bottom, which is indicative of Marx figures, but their equipment packs are not painted, so these are definitely copies. And I've got lots of Swoppets, and I've got examples of those poses, I think even in this material. So I think we got to keep this one sealed too. So that leaves us with 3 Imperial Apollo Moon exploring sets. This one over here, the only reason why I'd be opening it would be for that chunk of moon terrain and maybe the bit of space technology there. There's a flipper with the space capsule. And, okay, I've got lots of bits of rocks, and I've got an extra LP radar dish, so I think that one's got to stay sealed. That leaves us with these 2 as the ones to choose from. This has a Major Matt Mason, I guess that's the laser cannon sled, LP pose astronaut, and I think this is a Billy Blastoff derived vehicle. I can't remember right now. The Triang SpaceX website has it all listed. Cards in great shape. too. And now that I've got the Major Matt Mason figure, having these little miniaturized vehicles is sort of, you know, this one here, I think just by sheer, you know, I'd be opening this, that's cool, but I really don't get much visually out of it in terms of like, oh, I've got to have that in a diorama piece. The laser sleds, sure, but that's just sort of a strange. Looks like a Lincoln Log. This one, however, and it was one of the first of this series that I latched onto. I want that moon console base in a diorama piece. Major Matt Mason, I think that's just called the Sled. I'm not sure. Golden, LP Post Golden. I think this is derived from a set by Remco, and it's just a hollow thing decorated to look like it. Card is in great shape, so. And I'd had another unit of it on watch for several weeks. It was more than I wanted to pay, and someone eventually took it. It was damaged too, which is another reason why I hesitated on snagging it. And it's like, am I going to spend another $30 just so I can have another one of these sealed, or am I going to bite the bullet, get out the acetone, unloosen the plastic, so that potentially it could be reassembled to appear sealed if I wanted it to, for my own collecting needs, not to resell it. But I think out of all of them, that's the one to do. Apollo and Exploring Series. And of course, I don't have my glasses on. I think it's like 304E. Who knows? I didn't put my glasses on. I need to tape my glasses to my phone or something. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it. You'll get to see.